Hi, I'm Paula from imitation.com, and today I'm going to share with you how to make a synthetic gemstone. The first thing I'm going to share with you is that the use of the word synthetic is often mixed up with imitation, and they're actually not the same thing. To make a synthetic stone, you actually need a laboratory because the term synthetic is used for gemstones that actually have the same chemical properties as the actual stone. So that is not something that you can do as a crafter, but you can make an imitation stone. So that is what I'm going to show you how to do today. So one of the popular ways to make imitation gemstones for use in crafts is to use polymer clay. So I'm going to show you how to make some imitation turquoise. So the thing that you need to have some polymer clay to start with, and you can use any brand that you like. They pretty much work all the same way. So you can just select whatever brand you're comfortable with. You need to choose a color that is as close to the end product that you want. Now these are the real stones right here, and these are the faux stones. So I found this clay and it actually had the name turquoise, and it is very close in color. So I added just a little bit of yellow, I think, to these ones, but then I also put a little bit of a glaze on them at the end. But you need to just get a color that has the closest base color to the turquoise. So in order to get this little brown, it's actually called matrix in the stone, and some turquoise is very blue and very creamy and smooth, and other turquoise has a lot of this matrix in it. So it depends on what kind you're trying to imitate. So when you tear off a chunk of your polymer clay, it needs to be conditioned. It's kind of breaks off in kind of big dry chunks, and what you need to do is just play with it a little bit and squish it and fold it back and forth, and that conditions it so it is ready to use. So you want to get sort of a rough, idea of there's sort of a similar stone shape. And to get the little matrix, I just took a little piece of brown, and you can experiment a little bit, but you want very little material here. Otherwise you'll have lots more matrix than you want. And then I just sort of wrapped it around and twisted it until I had kind of some little irregular color through my imitation stone. And then you want to get the shape of it to be similar to the ones that you're trying to imitate. And you want to smooth out any fingerprints that you see in there, because they will show. Once you get a stone shape that you're comfortable with, I'm going to take a pin tool, because these are actually beads, and just make a hole in there. And then you're going to follow your instructions that you're going to find on the back of your polymer clay package that will tell you what temperature to bake it at and for how long. And that will harden the bead. And then in order to get, these are polished stones, so they have a little bit of a sheen to them. And so I just did that with nail polish, and you just apply it and let it dry, put on a couple coats, and then you'll get kind of a little polished look to your stone. And as I did mention, I also put a little bit, I used like an antique glaze, because my imitation stone was just a little bit too blue for me. So that's how I got it to be just a little bit more of a brownish tone there. But anyways, that is the way that you cannot make a synthetic stone, because you actually are not able to do that without a lab. But this is a way to make an imitation stone that you can use in your crafts. I'm Paula from imitation.com. Have a great day.